Start the intro.
Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Aisha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Post of Phoenix and beyond. Like always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Dipleen Ellison, and my co-host,
Aisha.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in your vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. Let's get it going. Yeah. So, Habari Live, where we bring you engaging conversations like always and inspiring stories from remarkable individuals making a difference in our community. Today, we are talking to Valerie Schulte. She is a consultant for, how do you say this? Say that for me again.
It's Melaleuca.
There we go. Melaleuca. I just folded.
That is a
I was like, man, say it for me. Melaleuca, man, is they are a wellness center that helps people to get better health outcomes for what they're doing, and do more natural products to help them to be more healthy. So we welcome you to the show. Yes. So let's see here. Welcome to Habari Live, and we just want to go through some of the things that you do at Melaleuca, and just ask you some questions on what brought you to Melaleuca. What are you guys trying to do for the future, and just some of your personal things that you're doing in your life that we were talking about before. So you said we have an inspiring guest today who's redefining wellness by harnessing the power of nature. Valerie Schulte is not the owner. She's the consultant and visionary behind Melaleuca, and a wellness company dedicated to create nature-inspired solutions for everyday health and beauty. So at Melaleuca, nature is more than a theme. It's a foundation of everything they do, from innovative products to a commitment to sustainable living. Valerie's work is a reminder of the transformation power of the natural world. We're thrilled to have her join us today to share her journey, her passion for wellness, and how she's helping others live healthier, more balanced lives. Please welcome Valerie Schulte to the show. Am I saying that right? Is it
very, very, very close? My name is Valerie Schulte.
Schulte?
I
see. I always think that the E is silent at the end, so that's why I said Schulte. But okay,
you were very close.
It's all right. It's better close than not close at all, I guess. So, can you tell us about the inspiration behind Melaleuca and how you got started in the wellness industry?
So the inspiration behind Melaleuca, see,
Mhm.
no, I'm messing it up too. It's not just you. So the inspiration behind Melaleuca was a small-time farmer. He was based in Iowa.
Okay.
And he was, he spent his life on a farm. He did, and he wanted a better life. He wanted to do bigger. Oh my goodness. Sorry. He wanted more with his life. He wanted to reach out to his community. He wanted to bring others within and kind of have a greater scheme of things where he wanted to bring his community together. He wanted more natural based products, and he wanted to be able to have a life that was livable. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
No, you're
fine. He wanted everyone to have a livable wage.
Yeah.
He wanted everyone to be able to be in control of their schedule. One of the reasons I love being a part of Melaleuca is I wake up on my schedule. I can implement my hours however I see fit.
Oh my goodness.
I can reach out to my community however I see fit. I
Yeah.
work directly with customers. I can
Mhm.
work directly. I brought in everyone in my family because
Yeah.
I believe in the products.
Mhm.
I see the difference. I struggle with personally endometriosis.
Yeah.
It's an inflammatory based disease. And because there's so many seed oils and
Mm.
all of our healthcare products,
Yeah.
this company was founded on basically removing those inflammatory products.
Mhm.
And especially, we know the chemicals that are within our cleaning products,
Yeah.
the chemicals that promote inflammation,
Yeah.
and from our home products and our supplements and
Mhm.
everything we do in your basic products that you find in your Walmart and your
Yep.
Costco's. And he basically wanted to find anything you find at your grocery stores, and he wanted those values but at a cheaper price.
Mhm.
And so it's basically your typical items you buy at a lower discount price,
Yeah.
and it's shipped right to your door.
Wow.
So it's basically meant to better the customer. So
Yeah.
it's whatever you're already buying,
Mhm.
it's directly sent to your house.
Yeah,
And
and you know, it's been a big deal over the last 4 or 5 years.
mhm.
A lot of people trying to find alternatives
Yeah.
to the regular medicines out there, because a lot of the medicine, you know, it has all these drawbacks.
Mhm.
It has a lot of things that makes people feel like they're getting sicker.
Mhm.
And you know, modern medicine, I always applaud modern medicine, because if it wasn't for modern medicine, I don't think many
Yeah.
of us would still be alive. But you still have to have alternatives. There still has to be
Absolutely.
other ways for you to get to places. It doesn't have to always be, let me get drugged up on a whole
Mhm.
bunch of drugs. So I love that there's alternatives, and there's other ways to find out, to
Mhm.
learn, to get to a healthy life. So
And I appreciate you mentioning that.
mhm,
So, my personal background, I was pursuing a doctorate in veterinary medicine.
okay,
I completed my undergraduate. I fulfilled all the prerequisites
yeah,
to get into doctor. If I
right,
wanted to, I could pursue a doctorate even in human medicine.
wow,
I went to a, a private Christian university,
hmm,
and it's one of the well-established pre-doctorate universities to get into to
hmm,
help pave the way for one of the best prestigious colleges.
yeah,
And medicine, as incredible as it is, I've spent the past almost decade in the emergency room.
mm,
And because of my disease, before I even got diagnosed,
yeah,
every time I ended up in the emergency room, they're like, here's Oxy.
mm,
And to feel so broken for so many years, and I'm like, there has to be a
that's
solution.
real.
And so what led me to Melaleuca,
Hmm.
I I I, as much as I love modern medicine, I read scientific literature for fun.
Yeah,
And I completely threw myself into women's health, into women's medicine.
yeah,
And it is a complete obsession of mine.
right,
And I am a huge advocate for women's health
mm,
and health in general, and
yeah,
protecting my loved ones,
right,
because you have to advocate for yourself.
that's real.
And I am finally finding good doctors. I just recently moved down here, and I'm
Hmm.
finally finding good doctors that I feel are providing the right support for me
Yeah,
for what I need to take care of my health.
hmm,
And it's so hard sometimes to feel heard.
yeah,
And so Melaleuca, there's alternatives to just straight medication.
right,
And it's nice to feel like I'm making sure, like, whether it's my detergents, whether it's the all the other products, where it's like
yeah,
my cleaning supplies,
yeah,
where it's
man,
like how many people are having respiratory diseases
right,
because we know bleaches,
yeah,
your inhalants, the things you're breathing in, we
hmm,
know those are not good for you.
no,
You
they're not.
know, there's carcinogens and the
Yeah,
stuff we're breathing in that are
hmm,
contributing to health
yeah,
disorders.
yeah, man,
The little things we can do to
yeah,
protect ourselves.
that's real. And you know, we go ahead, switch the camera, bro. We have problems in this country with capitalism,
Hmm.
and separating capitalism from the things that hurt us.
Yeah.
You know, we just was able to ban red number dye. What dye was that? Red number 3, dye from from food.
Yeah.
We've known for decades that it
Hmm.
it causes cancer, and the lobbyists and the capitalists have been able to lobby them to keep this in products,
Hmm.
even though it's killing people. And those are the things that in America that we have to do a better job of, because in
Hmm.
places like Europe, these things are already banned.
Yeah.
They've banned these things decades ago because they know the outcome.
Mhm.
And we put money over health.
Yep.
We put profits over people living. And those are the things that needs to change if we want to make a difference in this country. We have people like you who are leading the cause, and that's what I love about it. Just people that are leading this, trying to make a change. We do have some people who coming in that are talking about it, and I don't know how. We got the what is it, Robert F. Kennedy, and he's talking about some things that can make a change, that can make some things, but he's also talking about crazy stuff too. So we're kind of we're kind of in a lost situation where we're like, hey, I listen to some of these things, and some of these things are correct. Some of these products we do need to get these things out of, but then he's pretty much tearing doctors and hospitals down. So and vaccines down. So that one I'm not all the way with, but I do believe that we need to get this stuff out of these products.
It starts with
these
us.
cleaning products, and we as consumers, we need to make better decisions on what we're buying and looking at the products and looking at the labels and making decisions not to buy this stuff for these companies so they can fill it in their pockets so they can make these changes. And they won't make them until we are the ones that's leading that way to getting us to something better than what they are offering us. And I don't blame people for buying the products because you're so used to it. You grew up with bleach and pine sol. These are things that your mother cleaned with. You used to the smells and the and you feel good about those products. But if those products are killing people, let's do something to change it. We can't just stick with the norms. So what challenges did you face when building and when making the decision to join Melaleuca? And and what was your mission about natural solutions? Like, how did you figure, hey, let me get into the natural sources, let me look into alternative? I know you said you were getting people were telling you to take oxy. I know that's crazy, because that's, to me, that was the beginning of not the pandemic, the epidemic we have right now, and when it comes to drugs. And those a lot of those companies are getting sued because they had a lot to do with all these kids getting into heroin and all these other things.
It's a gateway drug,
man. So how were you able to say, you know what, let me look for other options instead of just taking these drugs? What was that? What was the cause that pushed you over that line?
Part of it, I had to challenge my own sense of self. Science has always been at root of who I am. Everything of what I believe in has always been science is the way. Science made sense. And to kind of tap a little bit into religion, I kind of grew up from a perspective of, my mother was more on the religious and spiritual side of things. And so she was more into the natural base idea. But the church she brought us to was, you are either science or you are religion. And so I'm like, if it's one or the other, science is so obvious.
Definitely.
And so then going to the Christian university I had, especially towards the end of it, I've had some professors who, oh my goodness, Dr. Walsh Scheffler, she just changed my core beliefs on everything. She taught evolution. She is one of the most incredible scientists. She's so founded in religion as well, but she teaches evolution. She's on the board in UW for anthropology.
Wow.
And so she's a phenomenal woman. But she believes in both. And so it's like she just kind of helps shake my beliefs that you can be both.
There you go.
And so it's like I had this like crisis in college where it's like these core fundamentals that I'm like, I need to start challenging my original fundamentals of what I believe, and I need to start to be open. And then starting to spend all this time in the emergency room, and I'm like, everyone is telling me this one thing, but my body is telling me something else. I need to start educating myself. And growing up, I've always had disabilities. I'm dyslexic and a slow processor. I've always kind of kind of been an outcast.
Right.
So I've always had to learn a different way, be a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm used to kind of having to educate a different way. And so I just started doing my own research,
Yeah.
kind of putting myself back out there, and it kind of re-brought me stronger roots to my mother because she's always been a huge naturopath.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I got really frustrated because it was almost a rinse and repeat every few months in the emergency room. It's like I was there every few months, and it's like I'm huge pelvic pain, and I'm like, I could tell you, I'm like, they're gonna put an IV in. I know exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna put an IV in. They're gonna examine my pelvis. They're gonna say, scale 1 to 10 how much pain you're in. They're gonna say basically, oh, this sucks, see an OBG, and then they're gonna give me oxy. And I'm like, this is just a cycle. I'm tired of a rinse and repeat with no breakage. And so I'm like, I'm desperate for solutions. And so, and I'm like, I'm desperate for a mentor. And so I ended up leaving Washington State.
Wow.
And so with all of these different kind of like moving factors of change in beliefs, I moved down here. I started going to these networking events. And that's when I met my current mentor, Gia. She's right now going through cancer.
Wow.
And she's like, these are the only products I'm going to touch. She's like, it's fixed she's like, my inflammation, she's like, is completely low level. She's like, this is going to cure your inflammation. She's like, my daughter had an autoimmune disorder, hair falling out, cured it.
Wow.
She's like, here's the before and after photo. She's like, I'm literally saving lives with this. And I'm, again, scientific, and I'm like, literally give me proof. I'm not a blind person. I'm like, if you can't show me, I don't believe it. And she brought me into her home, had me meet her family, and showing it how it changed her life. And again, reading the ingredients, because I know I took inorganic, I took organic science, I took biochemistry, I took all of the fundamentals for a year in all of them. What they teach you for pre-med, for all of the fundamentals. And so I'm like, I know these organic compounds and inorganic compounds. And I'm like, I've never seen a company like this.
Wow.
Because it's like, why aren't we going to the basics? And I know for a fact, like, when natural ingredients, they're really not expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, a lot of naturopathic companies that I have looked at, they jack up the prices.
Yes, they do.
And I'm like, why do we do that? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't patent it. And that's the other thing, pharmaceutical companies, you can't patent it. So they make a synthetic form of it.
Yeah.
But then with the synthetic form, your body can't process it naturally. And that's why your body has adverse reactions to it. And so it's like, it's all a capitalistic scheme. And so it's like, why can't we just take care of our health? Like, we need to literally fight for ourselves. And I'm sorry, I'm clearly so passionate about this.
No, man, that's why we got you on.
Like,
we love it.
I'm like, I'm an advocate because I'm like, I have been suffering with endometriosis, feeling crazy about it, unheard, unseen, until recently. And I'm like, I have gone to the end of earth, like, just about screaming and bawling the eyes and on my knees, pleading to people, saying like, I am here, I deserve to be taken care of. And there's so many people out there who have stories.
Yeah, man, I 100% agree. It's really tough for a lot of people, and they try to reach out to their doctors, and their doctors are not hearing them.
Yeah.
Especially women out here. We have women that are still dying from birth, being pregnant. We see women are dying. We see women are being ignored when they're telling them how much pain they're in. People are not listening. So, these doctors, man, they have to get off of it's just making sure that they put you in something that's in these books. They gotta make sure that they're using everything that could heal a person. And it seems like they are being taught to just capitalize, just make money. And that's how the Oxycontin thing got out of hand. With all these guys were selling it because they all were telling these people, push it, push it, push it. Instead of, every person is different.
Yeah.
Let's try to make sure that we are following the plans for each individual, not just pushing products to try to make money for other people. That's why I always think, man, it's hard to connect profits and money to healthcare.
Yeah.
Because people
it's
are
dangerous.
that's crazy. because people are pushing products. If you're told, hey, if you sell this Exy cotton, we can give you a couple of million a year, you're going to push that. Even in situations where it may not be needed, you're still going to push that product because they're giving you incentives to push that product. Why wouldn't you push? You trying to put money in your pocket and feed your family. Everybody's going to do that.
Yeah.
If you're a salesman and they tell you, hey, you get more if you sell this product, we'll give you more money. What do you think you're going to do? You're going to figure out ways to sell that product. And that's what's going on. It's greed. It's people who just care about their money in their pockets. As long as it's not happening to them, it doesn't matter. You know, and we have to figure out better ways. Like I said, man, I'm with you when it comes to religion and science. You have to use you can't have one and just think, hey, this is the only way. And if you're with science, you also have to. There's no way that you have a scientific mind and you just think this is the only way. There are other ways to get things done. If it's natural ways, if that's what's working better, then we're gonna go with that. If this is the only option, then that you have to go to these doctors, then you're gonna go with that. You know, it's about making the best choice for you.
Yeah.
And then, how is this gonna affect your future? How is it gonna affect my life? What kind of drawbacks am I going to have? Are these going to affect my job? And that's a big part of taking this, you know, and people with cancers and different things like that, they are looking for alternatives because it's so hard. The radiation and everything is so tough on you. And I just.
And cancer has gone up.
Yeah. And yeah, man. And younger people are getting it. So it has to be the products. It has to be the environment that we're living in.
Seed oils.
Yeah. That's
like
doing
what
this.
are we consuming?
Right.
What are the synthetics in our body? What is the plastics? We're
microplastics everywhere.
Yeah. What is the water filtration that we're still exposed to as well? And there's what are we poisoning ourselves with every day that we don't even know?
That's real. That is real. So let me ask you one more question here. Well, we got several, but let's see. So Melaleuca has such a unique name. Do you know the story behind that name? Did he put two people together? What is Melaleuca? Do you know?
I cannot remember. I cannot remember off the top of my head. That is such a good question.
Yeah, man. I just was
so inspired of this story. I was just so inspired of the founder of that. It's 100% USA. It's about inspiring like all local farmers that they're connected to a USA rancher, as well as to the ranchers are local in not Iowa. Oh my goodness. Not Indiana, not Iowa. It's Washington State, Montana. Oh my goodness. I can picture it. I can't think of it.
Idaho?
Thank you. Yep. Idaho. There's like a nice little ranch there, and you can get some of the best grade meat there, and you can do a meat package. That was one of the things that excited my partner and I, because we like going Washington State and go fishing off the water. They're deep sea fishing, so we love the best of the best for our meats. Like we like to eat well. So
you fish?
Yes, I do.
Wow.
Oh,
so you're a nature girl, huh?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I'm a snowboarder, anything and everything in the nature. I love to do.
Man, wait, I will leave that up to you. I will leave that up to y'all.
Yeah.
And you say you're from Washington, right?
Yep. Born and raised.
Wow.
From Olympia, right on the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've always loved the water.
It gets pretty cold up there, right?
Now. You what?
It gets pretty cold up there, right?
Yeah, that's why it came down here. Girl needed some heat.
So yeah, man, can you share an example of the product that you like the best and the natural ingredients that make it special? Like which one of Maladuna's products do you like best that you would like to talk about?
Okay, it kind of sounds like I'm a little on the OCD side. So this is why I'm starting off and saying it. So I like their all-purpose cleaner.
Okay.
So I'm a big fan of their cleaning products in particular too. I like my space perfectly clean, and because especially I have severe like asthma.
Okay.
So I have to be very careful. And I know I tried to use a bunch of different cleaning products, and especially like, again, I know what I'm breathing in isn't helping my condition. And so I can't remember the list of ingredients off the bat, but it's like you can smell the essential oils. So the fragrance they use is literally essential oils.
Right.
So, and it's got like a pine fur to it. So it kind of reminds me of home.
Okay.
But I love that when you spray it, it kills, you spray it, you let it sit for a minute. There's citric acid. So when acidity, and again, I remember this from my science courses. So I'm like, yay, my education works in real life as well. So I'm like, yay, my education works in real life as well. And so my all-purpose cleaner, so like when it comes to like cleaning my kitchen, you spray it, you let it sit for a minute. So something, especially when I was working in vet clinics too, when to make sure and clean, it kills, it lists all the different viruses it kills and the bacterias it kills. And again, you can't say it's 100% effective. No product can be 100% effective. And that's just because there's always going to be resistance in every strain.
Something that's learning resistance, definitely.
In every form of bacteria and viral. So that's just nothing can be 100%.
That's real.
And so it's 99.9% effective. You let it sit for a minute and then you just kind of wipe it down. And it's nice because it just lists off of your typical like colds and your typical bacterias. And you can like just smell the nice pine. So it kind of just reminds me of home, which is really nice. And the smell is essential oils. I have always had such an extreme sensitivity to fragrances too. I like literally like it's hard. Ironically, I used to work in a fragrance store.
Oh, goodness.
L'Occitane en Provence. I used to be a manager during my undergraduate degree to kind of get by in college. But it's like I'm fragrance sensitive. I am skin sensitive. Like seriously, I have had so many different health concerns. And so finally finding a brand that it's like they're essential oils. And so it's like their fragrances they use are 100% natural. And so it's nice that I can just clean my countertops and you like it gives me the sense of my original home.
Yeah.
And I know it works.
Yeah.
And so I know I can protect my fiance
What's the name of this product again?
It's just their all-purpose cleaner.
All-purpose cleaner. Okay.
The other thing I like, it's called 2X all-purpose. So what they do is when you buy it, has the bottle, and the reason it says 2X, what also ships out to you is the empty bottle that comes with it.
Okay.
And so they've got little, sorry, I'm blocking. They've got little lines on it. They've got a 2X line, and what is it? A 2X, a 6X, a 10X, and a 12X. And so depending on which of the cleaning products you buy, a lot of cleaning products when you purchase, majority of it is water.
Oh, okay.
So what they do is when you buy the cleaning product, it's pure concentration.
Right.
And so you just add the water yourself.
Okay. So you want to go to you pretty much doubling it.
Yes.
What you have.
So that's the nice part. So you get more out of your product. And so you just add the concentration yourself. So being a 2X cleaner, you just pour up to the 2X line, you fill the rest with your water. And so you get more out of your product, which means you're making a lot less waste, as well as that's why when you're buying a lot of those ingredients where it was like they did a comparison, especially like Windex and Tide, it's like 98% and 96% of it is water. And so you're mostly just buying water and you can reduce a lot of those products down. So it's nice to know I can control the concentrations and you know what you're buying is completely concentrated. And when I was working in labs, it's all about concentrations in science. And so it's nice where you're buying the concentration and then you section it out for what you need.
And I think that a lot of companies is going that way because a lot of companies are going to the refill bottles, the chance to refill your products, the chance to fill your products yourself, where we can do less plastics. They doing the concentrates for you can make sure that the product isn't so strong. It's a lot of different things that they're doing to try to make this better. And it's a lot of new products that's coming out. And I'm happy that you guys are doing that also. I'm hoping that you guys can get into stores and everything else because this is what's needed.
Yeah.
We need to just make sure that we're making things that we're caring about the environment. And while we're caring about the environment, you can make things better for yourself also. That's a big deal. So we got a couple minutes here.
Yeah.
Let me ask you one last good question.
Well, if your questions have been delightful.
So looking ahead, I know you had a lot going on with your partner and everything. So what's next for you? What's your next move? what exciting projects or innovations do you have coming out for the later this year?
Later this year, well, I know the biggest thing is to close off the end of the year, as I
Hmm.
discussed with you earlier. My fiance and I, the biggest thing we did, we moved down here.
Right.
So our biggest dream was to come down here in Phoenix. We
Yeah.
wanted to start a new life.
Right.
Our biggest one is we want to acquire our first property.
Man.
So we're looking for a home
Mm.
to call our own.
Ooh, that's tough right now.
Yeah,
It's
we're
tough.
we're looking at that, or we're a balance between we're potentially looking to acquire property,
Hmm.
and or he's huge into the construction, as well as
Yeah,
I'm into business development
for sure.
and leadership. So we're also looking at potentially acquiring a roofing and getting into the
Yeah,
roofing
there
business.
you
So
go.
maybe acquiring and getting our feet a little bit wet into the
Hmm.
business.
Yeah,
So
man.
I would love to become a business owner and kind of
Yeah.
start to have a team.
Yeah, that's the
So
mission. That's the
yeah.
mission. And we wish nothing but luck to you guys.
Thank you.
It was lovely talking to you and discussing some of the things that you have going on with Melaluna. And just like you have, what you, huh? Did I say Melaluna? My bad. Melaleuca.
All you could do is try.
But anyway, it's been a delight talking to you and speaking with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break, man. Go to take a yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back in about 5 minutes here.
Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Habari Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it. Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fry shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread.
Yeah, I get very fired up and very passionate about the healthcare field.
Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Habari Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it. Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fry shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread. Hey y'all, it's Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken, Habari Entertainment sponsor. Let's go get it. Man, this Mama Soul's Fish and Chicken. I ain't never had a piece of fish that tastes so good. I'm not a shrimp person, but they fry shrimps. It's so good. It's so good. The dressing and the greens and the cornbread.
Did it give you the option to go live? All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get into some more Habari Live. Huh. I don't know, man. That's so weird. I don't understand. I don't know. All right. So let's run the Habari Live. Habari Entertainment. That one, I think.
And now, this week's Habari News Weekly with Damon Dipling Ellison.
Sponsored by no one, but if you want to become a sponsor or you want to be a part of Habari Live, just email us at info@habarientertainment.com and we will set up a sponsorship package just for you, built for you, and get it going from there. We want to thank Valerie for sharing her insights and her passion with us today. If you're inspired by nature and looking for innovative wellness solutions, be sure to check out Melaleuca. Stay tuned for inspiring stories on the Habari Live podcast. I think that was melaleuca.com is their website. So they have all type great products, natural products, and other natural wellness options to help you become a healthier you. So let's get into Habari News today, man. Habari News Weekly brought to you by Habari Entertainment. I'm your host, Damon Dipling Ellison, and I'm joined by my lovely Aisha Rowan to bring you the latest updates and insightful discussions on the most pressing topics of the week. Man, so this week, man, it's been a crazy week, man. We got Donald Trump is about to come into office. Biden, he had his final, what do they call that?
His final
I forget
speech.
his final speech. I forget what they call it though. But yeah, his final speech that he had. And there was a couple things that he said that I want to talk about, but we're going to get into a couple things today. But the first one, go ahead.
Yeah. So good morning, everybody. I'm Aisha, and I'm here with Damon. And today we're diving into the major developments that are shaping the final days of President Biden's administration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's right, Aisha. President Biden has been busy making sweeping moves to cement his legacy before handing over the reins to President-elect Donald Trump. But perhaps the most significant headline is Biden's announcement regarding the Equal Rights Amendment, the ERA, which he says is now officially ratified and should be recognized as the 28th Amendment to the Constitution.
Yeah, you're right. The ERA was first passed by Congress back in 1972, which enshrined equal rights for women under the law. It needed 38 states to ratify it, and that milestone was reached back in 2020. So the only way it got reached was Virginia signed on to this ERA, right? That made it the 38th state to ratify the amendment. But the amendment has faced decades of stagnation, legal disputes, and opposition.
Right. Yeah, so now Biden has declared his belief, backed by leading constitutional scholars and the American Bar Association, that ERA is ratified. The next steps falls to Dr. Colleen Shogan, the U.S. archivist, who would need to certify and publish the amendment.
Right. But, this move has sparked a significant debate. Supporters are saying that it could bolster reproductive rights and advance gender equality, but opponents are arguing that the process is far from over and they expect legal challenges to continue to follow.
That's not all, though. President Biden also granted clemency to nearly 2,500 nonviolent drug offenders, a move that cannot be undone by the next administration.
You're right, but some of his other actions, like extending temporary protected status to immigrants from countries like Venezuela, El Salvador, Ukraine, and Sudan, these could face several reversals under Trump's incoming administration on Monday.
In another notable environmental legacy move, Biden designated 2 national monuments in California, adding to the record-breaking 674 million acres of federally protected land during his presidency. That's an area nearly 4 times the size of Texas. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, meanwhile, Biden has also removed Cuba from the United States state sponsors of terrorism list.
Mm-hmm.
And, this decision is likely to be reversed as President-elect Trump prepares to reinstate his hardline stance on
On
Cuba.
Cuba. And let's not forget the student loan debt relief. Biden canceled debt for an additional 150,000 borrowers and accelerated semiconductor grant approvals to ensure fundings flows before Trump takes office.
Yeah, you're right. But perhaps the most contentious move on the table is Biden's consideration of preemptive pardons for some of his political allies. But I mean, this could be a bold step, but one that could also fuel accusations of partisanship as Trump prepares
Try to show all those. Just
his
put them up
agenda.
there. Just put them on the screen as you can. All the comments. I mean, sorry. Speaking of Trump, he's already aiming Biden's actions, claiming on social media that the outgoing president is intentionally complicating the transition. Trump has vowed to reverse many of these executive orders upon taking office, saying they'll be all terminated shortly. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Brown. What's up, Stephanie? What's up, Ryan? What's up, David Burns from Cedar Hill out there? Watching from Dallas, Texas, a Whole Foods market. We appreciate you guys, and we're gonna go keep on going. What you got?
We definitely do. I mean, saying that Trump's going to reverse these executive orders
Mhm.
when he takes office, and that they'll be terminated shortly, right?
Mhm.
That's also shaping up to be a fiery transition period.
Yeah.
Biden's actions in his final days have been bold, to say the least,
Mhm.
right? But they'll likely define his legacy,
Yeah.
while setting the stage for political battles to come in the years ahead of us.
Yeah, and we'll be here to break it all down as it unfolds. Stay tuned. Make sure you stay focused on what's going on in the world, man. And another thing I wanted to talk about is Biden his farewell address to the nation.
Mm-hmm.
A stark warning about the state of American democracy. In his final Oval Office speech, Biden sounded the alarm on the growing power of America's ultra wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
cautioning that an emerging oligarchy could undermine our basic rights, freedoms, and the democracy itself. He highlighted key concerns, including a crumbling free press, the unchecked influence of the military industrial complex, and the dangerous rise of disinformation. Biden also stressed the urgent need to remove dark money from politics and proposed constitutional amendments to ensure that no president, past, present, or future, remains above the law. As he prepares to hand the presidency back to Donald Trump, Biden's message was clear. America must address these systemic issues to safeguard its future. And I 100% agree with him, man. To put these oligarchies and all these rich people in power,
Mm-hmm.
and so many poor people are celebrating, like these rich people are going to care about them not being able to buy eggs. You guys you are really confused about the way these things work. The rich do nothing but care about the rich. Was watching some of the hearings from some of the people that he's putting into the cabinet. They're playing out. They're asking them questions like, "Will you do anything to help to raise minimum wage?" It was a question that Senator Bernie Sanders asked, and they just plain out said no. What will you do when these oligarchies? What would I have to make sure that we get tax cuts for the rich? Because if we don't get these tax cuts for the rich, then that's going to hurt our economic policies. This is all these people are doing is looking out for the rich. You think they're going to look out for you? You got another thing coming.
Right.
You think that Elon Musk cares that you can't buy eggs?
Nope.
You think that Jeff Bezos and all these and Zuckerberg the new Trump flunky. They don't care, dog. And to think that all these rich people that's in power, that we're putting in power right now, are going to be the people that save us from economic failure, you have another thing coming. And you about to learn really fast that these people do not care about you, bro. Yep. I don't know what you were thinking about, thinking that a person like Donald Trump who has gold toilets is going to care that you can't buy eggs and bacon. They've already backed out of the prices because they know they can't lower prices.
It's going to be hard.
Tariffs are coming. These tariffs, when they start coming, we already know what's going to happen.
That's why they've been warning people to go ahead and start stocking up on the items and products that they need now, because as soon as the tariffs come in, starting, according to Donald Trump, they're going to start day one, right? So that's Monday. You got 2 days to get what you need to get before it goes higher in price.
Full price. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, and they just going to say that we're making stuff up and we're dumb and everything else. But tariffs
affect us.
Are taxes on American companies.
Yep.
Bringing in products.
Yep. So that means if I'm a company and I need to go import something from China or Germany or wherever I need to get this product from that's not in America,
right,
I'm going to be super taxed.
Definitely.
In order to bring that product here to give it to you, my customers.
Definitely.
So that means that if I'm going to be super taxed on this product, I'm going to put some of that burden off onto you, the consumer. Now you're going to have to pay a higher price for this product if you want it.
That's real. And I'm just really surprised that a lot of Americans have short memories. Our memories are so short. We don't remember how bad it was when he was in office the first time. The money and the jobs that were being lost. I understand a lot of people, we just have short memories. We don't remember what happened 4 years ago. We don't remember that this guy was negative in job placements.
Right. Negative 2.7 million.
I know a lot of people want to, it's just it was COVID. But Biden can't use that excuse, right? Y'all say he can't use that excuse.
He can't use that excuse. So only Trump can use it.
How can Trump use it? I mean, this is common sense, right? He can't use that excuse if Biden can't use it, right? So I don't know, man. I'm very nervous about all the rich people that's coming in right now. All the rich people that's going to be in this inauguration. All the rich people that are getting together. They're all happy and smiling. This is not good, man. And for the people the poor people in this country that think that this is good, that all these rich people are getting together, coming together under Donald Trump is going to be good for you. You got another thing coming, man. I hate to say it for you. I know a lot of people be online fighting for Trump. They love him. But, dude, he is going to make the people happy that put him in office. And the people that put him in office is Elon, the richest man in the world, Zuckerberg, what's dude from Bezos. These are the people that spent money to get him put in. And you think that that's going to help poor people? Then you're dumb enough to believe that trickle-down economics have been working over these years. Right. That trickle-down economics is trickled down to you. When we know that the gap between rich and poor has done nothing
wider and wider
but get wider ever since the 80s. It's just getting wider and wider and wider. And these people are getting richer and richer. They're going for $1 trillion.
And we're sitting here saying, it's okay.
People are okay with it.
It's okay. They can make their money.
That's okay. The Republicans love the rich.
But then, in the same voice that they're saying, it's okay that they can make their money. They're rich. They can make their money. They don't have to spend it. They don't have to share their money with anybody.
Right.
Why the fuck you crying? Oh, I'm not getting paid enough. My wages aren't high enough. I need to get paid more. I don't get paid enough for this shit.
Right. We don't get paid enough, but we don't
take that up with the companies that's making all this money.
No, we don't want to do anything. They don't want to fight the companies. They want to get the companies tax breaks.
Company's tax breaks while you making nothing.
We keep giving them breaks, and we're not getting breaks. Where's the middle class tax cuts?
There are none.
Why do they keep giving tax cuts to the rich people and telling us, hey, we're going to give them tax cuts and they're going to give you a higher raise because they got that? No, they don't. They just go buy more stocks and they just get richer and richer.
Yep.
And they are celebrating right now because there's a lot of people out here who are happy that Elon Musk he's going to be in the White House.
Right.
He's going to have a room in the White House where he's going to be at.
A whole wing, like a wing of the White House.
And y'all think this is cool?
That a trillionaire.
That this dude is going to be in there making decisions for his pockets. You think he's going to be like, well, the American people? No, he's going to be like, me. And like,
what about my company?
Me. That's all he's going to be about. Just with Zuckerberg, what do you think he's doing? He's trying to look out for him and his business interests. That's why he's remove all DEI because the right don't like that. Remove fact checking because the right doesn't like that. How can I kiss Donald Trump's ass some more?
Yep. And, it's sad. But ICE has announced that following Trump's inauguration, they will be targeting Chicago. ICE will be in Chicago on Tuesday through Monday next week, the following week, targeting individuals in Chicago who are undocumented and deporting them. Several locations across Chicago will be targeted.
What I don't understand is, when they were playing politics and busing people from Florida and Texas and busing them to Chicago
and New York,
nobody was doing anything. Let's see. Did you all hear last week Hulk Hogan was drowned in booze during his segment on Netflix, WWE
I did.
Monday Night Raw?
Good. He deserved it.
Good. Nobody likes Hulk Hogan. And I think he was booed more because of the way he treats people, more about his racism. Then he was booed for being a Trumper. He's had a lot of racist stuff coming out, Hulk Hogan, man. And I just, I'm just glad that people are getting sick of it, man. Let's see. More music. The top 1% of earners alone pays 42.3% of all taxes. I know what you were saying, bro. Yeah, man. And the rich keep on going in here talking about they need more tax breaks. Y'all are making more CEO pay 400 to 1. We got these business owners, they're $1 billion, million.
And that information that he's given us, the top 1% paid 42.3% of all the taxes.
Yeah.
It says that they pay 40.4% of all federal income taxes in 2022.
Just 40%.
So that means 1% of the entire population. 1% of the entire population pay 40%. That means the rest of the 99% paid more in taxes. The middle class and the poor people paid more in taxes.
Definitely.
Just to make up for this 40% that 1% is paying.
And if you want to know the truth, when America was the greatest, now I'm not going to say that it was great when it comes to how they were treating people. But when it comes to financial, how people would be able to buy homes with a salary of 40, 50,000, people were able to buy homes making less money than they do today, and we can't buy shit. But the taxes, these guys were taxed at a much, much higher rate back in the day. Those taxes have been lowered and lowered and lowered. Why do you think we keep getting all these trillionaires? Why you think we got so many millionaires today? Then we didn't have all this back in the day. That was the Rockefellers and and Chase, the people who own Chase, the people who own Wells Fargo, and that's about it. There wasn't all these millionaires and trillionaires running around. Nowadays, man, and now we are poor. We can't afford to buy a house. You making $100,000, you still can barely buy a house now when the houses are $500,000. Like, this is crazy. I don't know how people think this is okay. And then everybody just blames, the president. It's the president's, it's Biden. Like, dog, no. The rich people are playing us for fools. And now we're putting them in power, putting them on pedestals. We sitting there really clapping for Elon Musk. Like, this dude don't care about us, man. Do you see how South Africa treat his poor? That's how he wants to do people here. No middle class. There's just rich and fucking poor. That's it.
Yep.
And who you think gonna be the poor is us. We gonna be the poor. Can't afford to buy nothing. We gotta put people in power, man, that care about the everyday people.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way a dude that has a $500 billion cares. man, oh man. Definitely that's what he gets, man. I'm hoping that a lot more people are getting booed. I heard that I don't know how real it was. I heard that Nelly was supposed to be at the inauguration
Let's
Trump's
go see.
inauguration, performing music, and people were upset about him. Good. Like these cats nowadays, man, everybody and Sherry Underwood and then they get mad when people get upset. Dude, this shit, you got to understand, man. When you got a president like Donald Trump, you don't get a pass
Nope.
for going with this dude. You see how he just did California
Carrie
last week.
Underwood, Christopher Macchio, Lee Greenwood, Kid Rock.
You know, Kid Rock punk ass gonna be there.
Village People.
Yeah, this the
Billy
Village.
Ray Cyrus, Liberty University's Praise Choir, Jason Aldean, Rascal Flatts, Parker McCullum, Gavin McDrew will all be in attendance at Trump's inauguration.
Yeah, man, I don't know how people go for this dude, man. I don't get it, man. This dude is the biggest piece of shit person I ever seen. He's a straight criminal, crook. Tried to steal the election.
Man.
Everybody just look over all this crap this dude does and just go on with their life. Shit's weird to me, man. You got another story?
Yeah, we got our normal stories for the week. This week, I know we discussed it a little bit earlier while we were talking with Valerie in healthcare, right? So this week, the FDA, they did ban the use of red dye number 3 in food and beverages that are going to be, and into they banned it from ingested drugs. So your medications, your pills, your cough syrups and things like that.
Crazy that was even in those things.
Right. And this is more than 30 years after scientists discovered the link to cancer in animals, according to the agency when they announced it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Red dye 3, for those that do not know, is a synthetic color additive made from petroleum.
Wow.
And it's chemically known as erythrocene.
Wow.
Red dye number 3 is used to give foods and beverages their bright cherry red coloring.
Right.
But this move is acting upon the November of 2022 petition that was submitted by multiple advocacy organizations and individuals, including the Center for Science in the Public Interest and the Environmental Working Group, which cited links back to cancer. This decision made by the federal agency also follows in the footsteps of California, whose government banned the additive in October of 2023. And also, California banned it in 23. They petitioned to have it banned in 22. But still, prior to that, it's been more than 30 years since we've known that this has been linked to cancer, right?
Yeah.
Back when they did do this, when they found out this study and it was linking back to cancer, cosmetics took it out of their products. Okay. Because people were having an adverse reaction to the cosmetic products.
They left it
in your food. They left it in your food, but they took it out of your cosmetics.
Well, that was the cosmetic companies making that decision that they didn't want anything to do with it. The food companies, they like, whatever. People die, whatever.
Yep. And this is why we have things like ADHD, ADD. We have all these learning disabilities, autism, and things like that. Those can be linked back to red dye number 3. Not a vaccination, as many people think it does. So I'm just astounded and flabbergasted that it took 30 years for them to ban it in our food.
Man, like I said, man, capitalism is tough.
You've known for 30 years or more that the products that you're providing to us, our food products, our beverages.
Yeah.
You're slowly killing us because you're poisoning us with this red dye 3.
Well, I mean, what I do know is there's a lot more products out there that are dangerous.
Yeah, there
that
are.
we need to
like
fix.
brominated vegetable oils, yellow dye 40, and the yellow dye number 6. There's a lot of different things out there. And Arizona lawmakers recently just introduced a bill that's going to ban those types of items in our foods for our kids in schools.
I don't understand why we can't just ban all this shit in one swoop. Why does it have to be one by one? Like, just put all this shit in a fucking bundle and just get rid of all of it. We know it's bad. We know the science is bad. Why do we keep playing with it? I don't understand.
Just like here, they said red dye number 3 has another name, erythricine. So if red dye 3 has that additional name,
right?
Who's to say that they won't use an additional name for yellow dye 40, yellow dye 6, and just say, "Oh, that's not that." It's,
right.
But
change the name on the menu, and then you don't even know what high. But like I said, man, if you read the packaging, you want to switch that, bro. You read the packaging, and the packaging says something that you don't know. Look it up.
You can't pronounce it.
Look it up. Go and find out what that is, because these people are putting shit. They don't care if we're dying, man. They don't care. I just don't understand when you're selling products to people and you're telling people that you care and that hey, thank you for buying our product, but then you put something in the product that's killing everybody. So I mean, I just don't understand all these companies, man. It's just weird.
It really is.
What does that say, man? He's talking about Hulk Hogan still. Oh yes, he was upset because no one was backing him in the crowd, and WWE crowd sure
sued. It looks like
sure will tell you how they feel in a minute if they don't like something that someone did. Raw and end up drawing in 4 million viewers last week. Yeah, man. They did well, man. I just, you know what I'm saying, I seen people booing, but it's so many people that are with Trump and racism. It just, I don't know, man. It just didn't move me that they were booing him. I don't know, man.
Right.
We booing him, but we're voting for Trump and putting him in president.
Yep.
So that to me is just, I don't know, man.
It's a null and void situation.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like we're booing somebody who, what did he wrestles? Why ain't we booing the people that we putting in power, like Trump, who gonna be all about rich people? He done said so many crazy things, did so many crazy things, and we all just forget it and go on with our lives.
Yeah, I mean,
but Hulk Hogan, oh, we're not gonna forget him. Let's boo him. Like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel you. That's cool. We booed him, but I don't know, man. I think it's bigger things going on in the world than that chump.
It is. And one of the things that's going on in the world is that just a few days ago, Starbucks announced its decision to reverse its open door policy.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what Starbucks' open door policy is, it means that you could go into Starbucks,
didn't have to
not have to purchase a single item.
Mm-hmm.
You could sit down at a table and hang out.
Yeah.
Right? Well, they are now reversing that decision. So now if you want to hang out, or if like you're on the road and Starbucks is the next closest stop.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You must purchase an item even to use the bathroom at Starbucks.
Wow.
Their new rule is reversing their open door policy that was placed in 2018 after 2 black men were arrested at a Philadelphia Starbucks where they were hanging out,
having a business meeting.
Right. And the individual store had a policy of asking non-paying customers to leave. Since the men had not bought anything, it was like, all right, it's store policy. Can you guys leave? And the arrest, as we all know, was caught on video, and it was an embarrassment for the company. So they put this policy in place.
So their next move is just to remove it all the way together.
And they're going to say, oh, we're not going to discriminate. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do that.
That's it. That is, I mean, you had the policy, but that it is a kind of a discrimination. You're telling people they have to buy something
in order to use the bathroom.
Who don't buy anything, you're going to discriminate against them.
Right.
So I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I understand. You know, a lot of companies do it. It's your business. You have the right to do that to your business. But you know, it's just that Starbucks tries to be that company that says it's all encompassing and that it's welcoming to
But they're not the
everyone.
only one that's doing that.
Yeah.
There are grocery stores that will no longer let you use the bathroom without the security officer unlocking the bathroom door. Like they used to just give you a code and you punch in the code.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that anymore. The security officer has to come from the front of the store
Wow.
and go to the back of the store where the restrooms are to unlock the door to let you into the bathroom.
Well, I mean, I'm guessing that this has to do a lot with the rise in homeless people,
and that's exactly what it is. Their businesses are doing this due to the rise of homelessness in our communities.
Yeah.
They don't want homeless people going into the bathrooms, using the bathrooms,
messing
them up. Maybe they're going in there and taking a wash up or something, trying to rinse themselves off or something.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to do anything about homelessness. That's one thing.
We're not
going to do
exactly. That. We're not doing anything about the homelessness issue.
No.
But we're going to continue to oppress them and say, nope, you can't come here. Nope, you can't sit here. Nope, you're not allowed in my business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're going to tell these homeless people, no, you're not allowed. No, we're not going to help you.
That's the American way.
You on your own.
That's the American
yourself.
way. You know that. It's the American way. We don't care. You don't have your shit together. Fuck you. Get out of my business.
Yep.
You know, it's sad, man. And homelessness is steady growing.
And then they want us in the same breath. Oh, we're sending our money to Ukraine, but we can't do this for our own people.
Look, man.
How you gonna complain about both?
Right. They should charge for Wi-Fi.
No.
Problem solved. No, man. Wi-Fi,
why are you charging for Wi-Fi?
Should be free. You don't want that to be charged. But you know, it's, man, I get it, man. But we see that we have a big issue when it comes to homelessness. You want to switch that when it comes to homelessness, and we're not doing anything about it, man. We're just watching everybody just go to the streets, and we're putting all these rich people in power. We know that these rich people are not going to do anything about homelessness, man. Elon Musk does not care about homelessness.
If he did, he would use some of that $1 trillion that he got to give people homes. He would use some of his $1 trillion to help these people in California that's going through these wildfires instead of laughing at them and mocking them.
Right. Ain't Trump, Elon, none of them have gave $1 to California.
Oh, no scum.
No, because they don't like California because, you know, he took all his business to Texas to get out of Cali because he was so mad at California because they passed the bill for transgender people.
Right.
And he hates transgender people. He hates his daughter because she's trans. He hates anything that has to do with it. And people are running behind this dude. This dude don't care about you, his own daughter, nobody.
But itself.
No one.
And then he gonna go in office and try to make America like South Africa, where only the top people who are making all the money have any say in the country. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm really surprised, man, that people are just watching the rich take over and they're clapping and applauding.
Yay, Trump! Yay, Elon! Yay, Zuckerberg!
The oligarchy.
That's how y'all sound.
The oligarchy is taking over, man.
Exactly what Biden said. Get ready for the oligarch.
They're taking over. And the rich are going to be making all decisions for all you stupid people who think that they care about you and care about your bills. Elon doesn't care. Trump doesn't care. None of them care.
They're going to make the prices lower.
Zuckerberg doesn't care. You see, he didn't think, hey, man, let me try centralized and not go left or right. Let me just stay in the center and do this
and stay neutral.
But you know, he's like, oh, they want me to fact check, and oh, that's the left that want to do fact checking. We just want to throw shit out there and just it don't have to be the truth. We don't want fact checking.
The minute Zuckerberg said he was getting rid of fact checking, the amount of fake and irrelevant hoax news, whatever you want to call it, it has tremendously risen on his platforms.
Yeah, man. That's what he wanted, though. He wanted to be like them.
And here's the thing. I'm in several different groups across Facebook's platform, right? Including their business groups.
Fuck Facebook.
Their business groups. Arizona Small Business. I'm going to just call the group out.
Mm-hmm.
I made a post saying, hey, I want to feature your business on my platform. I want to spotlight your business. I want to promote your business. They denied and removed my post.
What the hell does that have
allowed
to do?
someone else to do it.
Mm.
And then the next 3 days, every single time I go in their group, it's a hoax or a false news report of somebody, a celebrity dying in the group. Yeah. And that's all they want to post is they're letting these types of posts get posted, but actual business posts aren't getting
blocking,
posted.
But they're going to let a
fake news get posted. So all I've been doing, report. So if your ass reported, if you posted some false shit, I reported your motherfucking ass.
And it ain't gonna work though, because that's not what they're trying to do. That's not what they're trying to do.
How you gonna have group rules and then you don't follow your own group rules you set?
What's up, Wealth for Generations, Elijah? Yeah, man. You know, we have to recognize, man, that go ahead, switch the camera. That the truth is being withheld from us, and we got people who want to keep you away from the truth,
right?
And we're applauding that, saying, "Hey, man,
let's go for the conspiracies.
You can say what you want to say, man. Anybody can say. Use freedom of speech, definitely, but there should be something that says on that website, hey, we don't know how true this is what this person is posting.
Right.
This may not be the truth. You may want to look into this a little more
to
get a little bit more information about what they're posting. Now we're like, everybody's just screaming free speech. Just let them post lies. That's why Trump, he loves it.
That's why he got Truth Social.
They love it.
Where
they love
lie.
it. They can just lie and make up shit. And all of y'all just like last week with the fires, man. Trump came out and said that it's the water. And every conservative ran with it.
Every single one of them.
Trump came out and said, oh, they should be raking the forest. Every conservative ran with that. That was the dumbest points I've ever heard in my life. Even regular
Americans are running with that dumbass shit.
They're running with it. He said it. It's the truth. There should have been an immediate fact check. This is not all the way true. The water that Trump is talking about is from northern Sacramento, northern California. That water would not help this situation. Raking the forest does not fix forest fires. You know, these people think that they're not managing the forest good enough. Like, this is the dumbest points I ever heard in my life, man.
Speaking of that, I saw a guy on the news who lives, I think, in Tolleson or Payson. I forget which one, but he lives pretty far out there where it's mostly desert land, right?
Uh-huh.
And he said he's been trying for decades to get somebody to come out and clean out the brush that's around his home in his backyard.
Why don't he clean it up?
Even though he was a fire official in the military, so he know what the fuck to do to clean the shit up.
Why won't he clean it up?
Because it's not his property.
Oh.
His property starts on this side where his wall is at. Okay. So there's a wall and then there's brush.
Okay.
And then there's nothing and then there's his house.
Okay.
And he's like, the people that own this need to come clean this up, right?
Okay.
So the lady on the news, she trying to figure out who is responsible to come clean this mess up.
Right.
It took 5 phone calls for her to get back to the Central Arizona project. That's the owner that's supposed to come out there and clean the shit up. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, well, we weren't made aware of this.
Well, like I said, man, cleaning up the forest is some weird shit to say. I just think that's the dumbest. Sweep the forest.
Right.
That's just dumb. I understand, you know, some people having brush or a whole bunch of dead trees in the area where you can kind of clean it up. But the forest,
exactly.
That's have you been in the forest, man? Have you been there?
If you got dead brush around your house and it's dried out brush, remove it.
Yeah, I mean, but then we're not talking about your house. We're talking about the fucking forest. The forest, which is not by someone's houses, right? I mean, in California,
depending on where you live at in California, you could live in a higher elevation where there are a lot of vegetation and things like that.
But you're not going to clean the forest,
right?
Cleaning your backyard is different. People are doing those things, but when you have a whole forest, nobody is going and cleaning that shit.
I mean, so you expect the people that are park rangers to go through and
what are you going to do? We're gonna go out and clean brush in a 100-acre field. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just shut the fuck up. Nobody on the right want to talk about climate change. No one wants to talk about the 100 miles per hour winds. They just want to point and blame finger at the black mayor and the governor they call Newsom. This is the type of shit that I'm talking about, man. This is why I did not want Trump in there. I'll keep saying that. These tweets and this stuff that he be sending out, talking about other people and talking bad about governors while their state is burning, that is not professional. That is not what a leader does. Could you imagine you go to work, you got a problem, and your boss just says, "I told you so."
Right.
You're on fire. You're burning. And he's like, "Oh, I told you so." And then
I told you what you needed to do.
He just tweets, "I told you so," and call you scum. And while you out there burning and dying. Like, would you follow that guy? The fact that we're following people like this is crazy. This dude does not care about people in California because they didn't vote for him. Like, what? What president doesn't bring the people together? What president just sows divisions and just talks bad about a group because they didn't vote for him? That's bad president. That's bad presidenting. That man he's the worst president. He ranked the worst president. And everybody online talking about how bad Biden is because you've been listening to Fox News for 4 years.
Yep.
Biden is ranked the 14th best president ever for his little 4 years. They ranked him 14th. Trump
41st, 47th,
last.
45th,
2 times in a row
like
that the scholars and the historians have came together to vote to see who was the worst president. Trump comes up as the worst one twice. And we gave him a second term. That's how stupid we are. But on another thing, too, I don't want to talk about. No president in history that I know of has gotten 4 years to try to get back in office. He had 4 years. Most people go away after they lose.
Right.
He wouldn't do that.
He didn't go away because he had cases against him.
And
he wanted to see
he
what
wanted
he could
to,
do.
he wanted to make sure he didn't go to jail because if he wasn't president, he would be in jail.
He would be in jail.
But the thing I'm saying is that to have 4 years to politic and prepare
and
campaign for 4 years, that's something I've never seen another person get. Most people get a year, maybe 2, to start campaigning. This man had 4 years and 4 years of people rooting for him and yelling for him. That's why it was so hard to beat him this time. Mm-hmm. You got to think about the time that Kamala had. She didn't have that time. She only had a few months.
Yep.
Bro had 4 years to get ready and get prepared. 4 years to lie to you and get you to hate Joe Biden. And they did a great job of that.
He had more than 4 years. And this is why I say that. Because
how? He lost 4 years.
He took his last 2 years in office before Biden had his 4. And he started campaigning then.
I mean, he was doing...
Trump has not stopped campaigning since he was in office the first time around.
Well,
he's been holding campaigns and rallies and rallies and rallies ever since he was in office the first time around.
In camera for some reason. I don't know why. Did you move?
No, I'm in a different chair.
There you go. You're back. I don't know what happened. You moved up or something.
But Trump has had since 2019, 18.
Yeah, hey, man.
He's been campaigning and rallying.
Yeah.
And fundraising.
Right.
And putting out different merch and different shit since 2018 to try to get himself back in office and make sure he won again.
Just like I said, Jimmy Carter, when he lost in 79, 80, he didn't come back he went and he started helping the everyday man and doing a lot of things to help the homeless and to help the people that has issues with money.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Carter didn't run again. Most one-term presidents do not run again. So to see a guy stay around for 4 years talking trash about the administration, denying that he lost the election, this is what put him in office, because bro had all these years to talk about Biden and to make Biden look bad, and people, they're 100% with it. And that's the reason why he won, man. 4 years to campaign. That's a long time, man. And most people don't get that time to build a case to be back in the office. And then he's shooting, and he got shot at several times. That helped him.
Yep.
These things helped him. And regardless of all the things that he promised, we know he's not going to do. We all know it, and even the people that voted for him know he's not going to do none of that shit. But it's not about that. It's about them feeling good about who they put in office and sticking it to the liberals. That's what it's about for them. You're not going to get, the liberals who just gave you cheaper diabetes medicine,
Yep.
cheaper insulin. I told somebody online the other day, man, he capped insulin at like $35
a month.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
This is
Biden and Kamala got your insulin capped at $35 a month.
Right.
Let's say that one more time. Biden and Kamala got your insulin capped at $35 per month.
Mm-hmm.
They also were able to negotiate prices for at least 15 other different drugs.
Right.
Including Wegovy and Ozempic.
Right. These are the things that hurts us.
Trump didn't do this.
Right. What time do you guys get off, Mr. and Mrs. Brown? Who is that?
I don't know. We'll be off in probably about another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, we're almost done. So, I mean, this week, we're getting ready for Trump to go in on Monday. His inauguration was moved inside because it is very cold in D.C. right now.
And people are roasting Trump for doing that.
I guess, man, that's his business. I don't understand people, man. We always roasting everybody for every fucking thing.
But here's the thing. They're saying it's going to be just as cold as it was for Obama's inauguration.
I get it.
And for JFK's inauguration. But for some reason...
Trump is 90, though.
So,
man, maybe he cold. I don't know shit. I don't even care. That type shit means nothing to me.
They're saying that he's doing this so that way he can say he had a large crowd.
Well, you can't have a large crowd if
when
it's
the arena
indoors.
Only caps it at 20,000 people.
Right, you're done. If you're taking it indoors, you're done. That means that a lot of people can't come.
Right.
They said they're doing this to make up that. America don't like this dude.
Exactly.
We all know this.
And the people that are that have bought their plane tickets to go to his inauguration are the ones that are complaining. Oh, well, we can't get inside. We can't get inside.
Yes. Only
we
about
bought
20,
our
000.
tickets and we can't get inside.
Yeah. Only 20,000 you are getting inside.
Right. So everybody else gonna have to
stand outside and just wave your flag. You wanted him in there,
right?
You'll be all right.
But moving on. TikTok on Friday did announce that it would turn off for more than 170 million Americans.
Damn, I can't believe that half of America signed up for TikTok, even though they warned you that China was gonna get your information. Y'all crazy, man.
Yep. President Joe Biden's administration, they're saying that unless Biden's administration acts urgently to assure the company that it will not be punished for violating the terms of its looming ban, that it's gonna just go ahead and go dark. So tomorrow, it's probably gonna be at midnight tonight.
Yeah.
TikTok will no longer be available. So dark. If you have not migrated your content to any other platform, you will be SOL.
Go ahead, switch to me, man.
Your content is gonna leave.
What I don't understand is this, man. All you dumbass people going over to Red Note and all these other Chinese apps. I swear, y'all, what the hell is wrong with y'all?
If you don't think that TikTok, ByteDance, a Chinese-owned company, it got banned. A Chinese-owned company got banned in America.
Right.
And you're going to go to another Chinese-owned company? What makes you think that that's not going to get banned too?
As soon as y'all go to that one, they're going to ban that too, you idiots.
Dumb fucks. Instead of going to something that is American-made, they go to something Chinese-made. And then in order to use the Chinese-based platform, they got to go download another application called Duolingo. Just in order to learn Mandarin, in order to be able to read the posts and the comments on Red Note.
I don't get it, man. And then they're on Red Note asking, can we say the N-word? Can we be racist on this app? No, other countries don't allow you to say crazy shit on their fucking apps. You see the rules that TikTok had. You couldn't say killing people. You couldn't do nothing. America lets you say all that racist shit. Other places in the world, they don't let you do that shit.
Right. Their government controls their social media.
They're not going to let you say the N-word. They're not going to let you talk about gay stuff. And you're on the, oh, what's going on? What the fuck is wrong with you? Man, I swear we stupid as fuck, dog. I don't understand what we're doing. Go to an American app. They're going to ban that too if you stupid idiots go to Red Note. They're going to ban Red Note too. It's
That's the same thing I said.
I don't understand what y'all are doing. Just go get something else. If you don't like it, then wait till something new comes out. Like, this is y'all, man, y'all being really stupid, man. I understand not wanting to be with Zuckerberg and not wanting to be on X with Elon Musk because
go to Blue Sky. Go to Fanbase.
I am cutting down my
go to
Facebook
Reddit.
Every day. I am trying to wean myself off of it because I'm done with Zuckerberg. He didn't went all the way.
The only thing that I've been using Facebook for since Zuckerberg made his announcements was literally just to make a post, just to ensure that our content is continuously being seen on for other people.
But I'm trying to go to Facebook as least as possible because I 100% disagree with Zuckerberg and anything that he's on, and I just don't want to deal with old Zuckerberg at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's go ahead and run the hot mess.
I don't think we have the hot mess.
Oh, we don't.
We don't have it. It's all good.
All right.
Let's do the hot mess for the day. Let's go.
We got 2 of those for you.
Okay.
This week's hot mess is Drake as one of them. Drake sued Universal Music Group this week.
Drake is a whack dude.
And
man.
Universal Music Group fired back at Drake.
Mm-hmm.
They said that Universal Music Group posted a fire response in response to Drake's lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
This is surrounding Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us track, in which he accuses Universal Music Group, his label for more than a decade, of defamation.
He's such a buster, dog.
On Wednesday, Drake sued the company for defamation and harassment, claiming that it's spreading the false and malicious narrative that he is a pedophile via Kendrick Lamar's track, Not Like Us.
He's such a buster.
And in response, UMG said, not only are these claims untrue, but the notion that we would seek to harm the reputation of any
own artist,
let alone Drake, that's illogical.
Our biggest artist. We're gonna.
They said, UMG said, their spokesperson said, we have invested massively into Drake's music career. And our employees around the world have worked tirelessly for many years to help him achieve historic commercial and financial success.
Right.
So if it's okay for you to use UMG to gain financial and commercial success, why can't the next artist? Not only that, you've been beefing with everybody in the industry for 10 years or more.
Bring it down a little bit. You're screaming in my ears.
For 10 years or more.
Yeah.
And you want to say it's not okay for him to financially gain anything?
Man, look,
oh, it's defamation. He's talking about me.
Drake.
You talk about everybody else.
He went hard on Meek Mill. I don't even remember the disses that he did to Meek Mill, but it was a lot of them. And he destroyed Meek Mill, and everybody was laughing at Meek.
Yeah.
And to cry when it happens to you is the epitome of softness.
Soft.
This dude is a chump. I mean, I've never been a Drake fan because I've always thought his music is just soft, but it's R&B disguised as rap music. It's just pop, and I've never been a pop fan. I do like some pop music, but Drake and his weird voice, I just never liked it, man. I never liked it. I respect to that man and all the albums he sold. I respect what he's done and what he's done to put Canada in the spot and to help a lot of artists. Drake done a lot, but I've never been a fan, and I've always thought that he was the softest dude trying to put himself in the middle of hip hop when he could just be pop. Just go over there with the pop stars. Stop trying to be hip hop and hard and all this. Stop trying to act like you're hard. You're not. And all that bull you've been talking and all these cats online taking up for Drake. It's crazy, man. I've seen cats trying to make it seem like it's okay that this cat is suing somebody in a rap battle. That's not what hip hop is about, man. The streets ain't no suing in the streets. Either you can take it or you can't, man. This shit is soft as hell.
So soft. And let me tell you, this is how soft it is. He done had a beef with Common, Kanye West, Pusha T, Meek Mill, Kendrick Lamar, and the list goes on.
Yeah, he's had beefs with all type people, and he said all type stuff about all type people.
He got mad in 2011 when him and Common were feuding, and Common responded to one of Drake's diss songs and called Drake sweet.
Right.
Nigga, you is sweet and soft.
So he doesn't like when things come back on him.
No, he don't. And that's the whole thing.
He can say whatever he
can say what he want to say about any other artist and get away with it. But the minute that they say something about him,
he crying.
I'ma sue you.
Isn't that a 5-year-old? Isn't that what kindergartners do?
Exactly what kindergartners.
You go around hitting
I'm
everybody.
a tattletale.
And then when somebody
Mommy!
You going around hitting people, and then when somebody hits you back, you crying. This is kindergarten stuff. The fact that you switch that, bro. The fact that you can't take your hits and your licks and like a man is softness, man.
Man.
This is pure softness.
Soft.
And I would be ashamed to be a Drake fan right now, because this is the weakest move in the history of hip hop. Nobody sues, dog. Did you hear what Ice Cube said on No Vaseline? Did you hear what Tupac said on Hit 'Em Up?
Man.
I mean, dog, ain't nobody ever sued. Nobody. He said he fucked my bitch. I'm suing. Like that's not how it works.
Drake's soft.
That's not how this works, man.
That's why he crying. That's why he's suing.
Nobody sues after getting.
He's suing because his feelings are hurt.
He never should have been in hip hop. Just like I always said, you're too soft for hip hop. You are a pop star. Stay where you are, bro. Stop trying to be a hip hop star.
Stayed an actor. He should have never gotten into music.
No, we can't say that. The man can make music. People love his music. That's fine. It's not about that. It's about the way that you are reacting to beef when you lose. When you get into beef, you might lose.
And if you're the one starting the beef,
it was all good. And then he lost. Then it's a problem. That's the weakest shit I've heard in my life. You start the beef,
and then somebody else finishes it, and you lose the beef. Now you crying and
it's like punching somebody and then going and running to get the police
and saying they hit me.
Right. It's the weakest shit I've ever heard of in my life, man. Switch it back. So I mean, for people who don't understand, who are really siding with Drake, man, you need to look at what hip hop has been about since it's been established in the 70s. And you take your hits and you take your licks and you keep going. Could you imagine Ja Rule's suing 50 Cent? Could you imagine that? No, I understand not taking it to the streets and shooting and doing the things that has been done in hip hop in the past. Right. You don't want to do that. But you also don't want to go suing people.
Because they said something that hurt your feelings.
That is the weakest shit I've heard in my life, man. We got another story?
Yeah, we do. You know, Hollywood is full of lawsuits at all times, right?
Yeah.
And here's another example. Actor and director Justin Baldoni and his company that he co-founded, Wayfarer Studios, they have sued his It Ends With Us co-star, Blake Lively, and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. saying, oh, not only did they sue Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, they're also suing the publicist, Leslie Salone.
Wow.
For $400 million in damages.
Holy crap.
The suit that was filed Thursday in federal district for the Southern District of New York alleges civil extortion, defamation, and a slew of contract-related claims about the film It Ends With Us, which premiered back in August. The lawsuit is the latest development in what has become a legal battle following the production and the release of this film. In December, Blake Lively filed a complaint to California's Civil Rights Department alleging that she had faced sexual harassment and other unwanted behavior from both Baldoni and Wayfarer CEO Jamie Heath, which also Jamie Heath, who also served as an executive producer of It Ends With Us. She followed up the lawsuit alleging that despite written agreements that the behavior would stop and that she would not be retaliated against, Baldoni and the studio hired a crisis PR firm that launched a smear campaign against her, planting content on social media and in the press designed to hurt her credibility.
Yeah. Man, this is sad, man. That grown-ups cannot come together and figure things out.
Right.
And without going to these suing and taking each other to court. These two people work together and they can't figure out a way to just leave each other alone. Grown-ups. And then they talking about Deadpool, that Deadpool was making fun of him because Deadpool had a bun. I'm not Deadpool, Nice Pool. He had a bun and he said a couple things.
Right.
And a couple things that he said that were removed, that were cut from the movie, was making fun of him having a podcast based on women. And that Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds made a whole lot of jokes about him, and that Nice Pool was a joke about him.
Right.
That whole character
was a portrayal
created
of
just
him.
to make fun of him. The fact that you even care that much, bro. Nobody even, if you wouldn't have said something, most motherfuckers wouldn't even know. But you such a little crybaby. Everybody's so soft nowadays. Oh, I'm suing them because
they said something about
man,
me.
dude, this is the weakest shit I've heard of my life. Dude,
they made fun of me.
Ignore it. Nobody even knew it. He didn't say your name.
Nobody knew that character was based off of you until you said something.
You brought it up, bro. Nobody even knew. It was a little inside joke that they had going on. Nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
You bring it out trying to get some money because your feelings are hurt. This is what's wrong with America. Everybody think they supposed to get paid because their feelings got fucking hurt. Get that soft shit out of here, man. You don't deserve money because somebody said something about you, man. People always going to say things about people. That's just the way this fucking world is. Some people might not fucking like you. That's the way it is.
Everybody won't like you,
man, dude. Everybody's not gonna like you, man. That's just life. You think people fucking hate me? I don't care.
You think I'm gonna go around suing everybody just got something bad to say about me, or just because they want to make fun of me?
What are you gonna do, man? Come on, man. Let's come on. Get it together. Go and talk to her. Go and figure this shit out, man. If y'all can't figure it out, leave each other the fuck alone.
But the fact that she's saying that, hey, you guys are harassing me. You guys need to stop. And she's got it in written form that they agreed to stop harassing her. And y'all didn't. And then y'all retaliate against her and sue her because she made a complaint that said, hey, this is what happened. I asked them to stop it. They agreed to stop doing it. And they continued doing it.
I don't care, man, who sued who first. I don't really
It doesn't matter. Be an adult. Say, my bad. I'm sorry.
Somebody needs to be a bigger man. Bigger person. They're being ridiculous, man. And this is the type of shit that give Hollywood a bad name because these people, they act like they're just so stuck up and so fucking perfect. And it's just nobody can be a bigger person.
Nobody can say anything about them. You can't say anything. You can't do anything. You without somebody, I'm going to sue you.
That's ridiculous.
I need money from you because you
Right.
said this about me.
It's ridiculous, dude. I just think it's sad.
You're going to
man.
spend your entire life suing everybody because they regurgitated what somebody else said about you.
Man. Yeah, I really think it's some soft shit out here, man. You know, it's just the way we're going. Go ahead, switch it back for me. I'm gonna go to sports. So, welcome to Habari. Oh, run the sports. My bad, bro.
Habari Sports.
To Habari Sports, your go-to for all things basketball and beyond. I'm Damon Dipline Ellison, and we got some hot topics to dive into today. First, I want to talk about a little something about LeBron James. He was on a podcast with the Kelsey brothers, and he was saying that he was unguardable in the infamous pickup game with Michael Jordan. A 16-year-old LeBron James, Jordan, and other NBA stars played in the now infamous pickup game. LeBron James with LeBron James, and during an episode of the New Heights podcast with former NFL star Jason Kelsey and current NFL star Travis Kelsey, confirmed the long-standing rumor that as a teenager he did indeed play in the now infamous pickup game in Chicago with six-time NBA champion Michael Jordan and others. At the time, any NBA veterans and the Los Angeles Lakers superstar did more than just confirm that game actually happened. He said that he was able to get on the court. I was on the court with Michael Jordan, Antoine Walker, Penny Hardaway, Ron Artest, Michael Finley, and all these guys. Travis Kelsey then asked, "Who guarded you?" And LeBron said, "Nobody. I was unguardable." James replied straight face as the Kelsey brothers laughed. "When I finally got out there, I was like, I'm busting ass. I was nervous. I was nervous as hell being out there with MJ and the rest of those guys, but I was like, oh, I'm going crazy. And I did." Now, we do have memoirs from LeBron, and LeBron said in his memoirs that he didn't play a lot in this game, and that he didn't score a lot of points, and that Jerry Stackhouse was taking him to the post. So it's kind of weird to now hear him saying that he was unguardable, and in fact, we know for a fact that he didn't play much because Michael Jordan them didn't really want young kids playing in these games. And he was on Michael Jordan's team. He's something he also left out. Um, it's just kind of sad, man, that how bro is, man. It's I like LeBron. I'm not just anti, but man, dog, it just seems like this dude here just will say anything to make himself look like he's better than he is. This story was talked about. Everybody said he did play well, but nobody talked about him being unguardable. But you know, just the way he's going to make it seem now. But like I said, we have proof that it wasn't always that way. That he was unguardable against anyone at that night. But you know, this guy is the same guy who said that he was 6 and he was already reading plays, and then also said that he wasn't playing until he was 10. So, you know, you have to take what this dude says with a grain of salt. I would love if it was video of the game. That would be dope to see what really happened. But from what he said a long time ago, he said that he didn't play much and he didn't score a whole lot. But now he's saying he was unguardable. So who knows what the fucking truth is? But I just wanted to bring that up because I just thought it was like it's weird that this dude is trying to talk about this now and trying to act like he was so unguardable and so unbeatable. But I know his mission is to be better than Jordan and to be held at a higher standard than Jordan and to be called the GOAT, which he has already crowned himself because he said he had the hardest 2 titles in the history of fucking basketball with the COVID and going versus Golden State. Those, he said, no other circumstances is harder than that. So, you know, whatever. I mean, this is the type dude who we're talking to. I like I said, all respect to LeBron, what he done to his family and everything. I'm not trying to disrespect him, but it just seems like to me like dude's just making up shit to make himself sound good, and that's kind of whack, man. And I know a lot of people are going to try to take up for him and say he didn't say that, but from what he's saying and what the words that he didn't say, it looks like he's saying that he ran that game and he dominated Jordan, even though he was on the same team as Jordan. But go to the chat, see what they got. Thanks of my daily dose of see the shit we have to deal with. Thank you, Paul, for being a racist, man, and showing how the type stuff that we have to deal with racists out here. You don't have to follow us, Mr. Paul. Go take your racist ass on somewhere else, bro. We don't need your stupid ass comments. But thanks for proving how racist people are out there. So let's recap the Suns versus Hawk games, man. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Habari Sports. Like I'm saying, I'm like always, I'm Damon Ellison, and we're breaking down some of the things that happened this week versus the Hawks. So we were able to win versus the Hawks was a big deal, man. The Suns have been hovering over 500, but we were able to make a big trade with big news out of Phoenix this week as the Suns made a bold move to bolster their front court. The rumors of Jimmy Butler persist as they bench Beal, who is hurt again. I think he'll be out tonight versus Detroit. The Suns traded Josh Okogie and multiple second-round picks, including their 2031 selection, to the Hornets in exchange for 7-footer Nick Richards. Richards has been averaging 8.9 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks in just 21 minutes per game this season. Now, Phoenix fans might remember Richards, who dominance from just over a week ago. He dropped 15 points, snagged 12 rebounds, 5 of them offensive rebounds, and swatted 3 shots in the Hornets win over the Suns. Yeah, we lost to the Hornets. That performance caught Phoenix attention, and we ended up, trading for him. This move gives the Suns a true physical presence in the paint, something they've been lacking with Yusuf Nurkic struggling and subsequent benching. Richards brings rebounding, rim protection, and the ability to finish around the basket, exactly what the Suns need to complement their stars like Devin Booker and Kevin Garnett. Booker, speaking of Booker, he dropped 37 points last night, the night before last, to help the Suns survive a scare against the Wizards, narrowly escaping with a 130-123 victory. Phoenix started strong, but nearly squandered a 24-point lead in the fourth quarter, man. While Booker's brilliance saved the day, games like this shows the Suns still have work to do defensively, and Richards might be part of that solutions. The Suns are looking to solidify their playoff push, while Will Richards be the missing piece? We're hoping. Only time will tell. We also, we're still looking to hopefully trade Nurkic. Maybe Beal for Butler might happen, but he has that no trade clause, so we don't know for sure how that's going to work out. But with Beal coming off the bench and with Beal not being happy about that situation, and Phoenix don't seem to be happy with his play and everything that's going on with him. So it looks like it's probably best to move on from him. We're going to see what happens, man. I'll keep you guys updated. And, if anything that you have to say about it, let us know, hit us up. And, we'll get back to you. We'll discuss it more. But the way I'm feeling about the Suns right now is not great, man. We're not looking good. So I don't know. I don't think that right now we're out of the playoffs. We got 9 other teams above us. So we got to start doing some winning, man, or things are not going to turn out for this year. So, all right, man, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here today. I want to, we have some more racism, like always. Can't see a black face on your. Look at this stupid shit that Paul said. Look at this for all you. Don't think that racism exists anymore. Look at this. And look what that people are putting on there. I wouldn't dare go to somebody's page and post this. I wouldn't care what color they were, but I would say anything like this. But these white folks, they think they can do whatever they want to these racist motherfuckers. Post whatever they want, man. Say whatever they want to.
And that's why they want Facebook and X and Meta and all these other platforms. That's exactly why they want no fact checking, on their platforms. They want freedom of speech on their
So they can
platforms
say shit
so
like
they can say
this.
stuff like that.
That's what they want.
They want to be able to call you that. That's what they want to be able to say to you.
Yeah.
Right there.
They want to say that. For they can
And
feel
then they're
like
going to tell
somebody.
you they're not racist.
And we know who
you're racist, Paul.
Who did Paul vote for?
Trump.
We already know who you voted for. We already know who you with. Like, this is the type shit that we have to deal with just because we have darker faces than these motherfuckers. And you motherfuckers who are dark like me, who went and ran and voted for these motherfuckers, boy, this the type people you voting for. You the type person that voted to keep slavery intact.
Right.
You the motherfucker that fought for the fucking
your family probably owns slaves.
Right. You voted for the motherfucking Southerns and you fought for the Southerns. You with them. That's the type shit that we're dealing with today. They ignore this shit coming from their party.
But Paul won't put his face on his profile photo because he don't want nobody to know what he looks like, so they can go find his face and go tell his job how racist he is and get him fired from his job.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. How did I say that? How did I say you're all like that, man? How, Mr. Coon? How did I say that?
We're talking about the ones that voted for Trump. The ones that are like Paul.
And yeah, I do think most Trump voters, I ain't gonna say everyone, but I'm gonna say most are with this racist shit. How all the time when it's a fucking racist, they always got Trump flags on their fucking back of their cars. Why? Why is it always like that? Like, dude, look, the disrespect always comes from fucking Trump voters. They always think that they can say whatever the fuck they want to. But if his bitch ass was right here, he wouldn't say that shit to my fucking face. And he know it because he know what the fuck would happen. But we're the bad guys because we point out racism. They love to say, oh, you guys always playing the race card. But look, I can't even have a show without somebody calling me a dumb N-word. I can't even have my own opinion without somebody calling me an N-word. This is the shit that we get from the right. And you motherfuckers voting for them, putting them in power. Man, hey, dude, I feel sorry for a lot of people, man. But I definitely feel sorry for somebody like Paul who think it's okay to call somebody a dumb N-word when I know your ass ain't graduated from nothing.
He probably a high school dropout.
Man, fuck this dude. For real, man. It's bull, man. We can't do you know how many racist comments we get on our shit?
Daily.
Because we have the audacity to
call out people like you, Paul.
To have opinions about fucking what's going on in the world. We have the audacity to be liberal.
We have the audacity to be inclusive of everyone.
And we just taking racist. We got to get racist comments and everything that we have going on. I've never went to to a white person's page and called them a name in my life. And I can imagine going to somebody's shit and calling somebody derogatory toward their race.
Right.
And he feels comfortable. Why he feel comfortable?
Because he's a keyboard warrior.
Nah, because Trump in power.
Yep.
Because all this race, just like Zuckerberg said, there's been a shift in culture since Trump won. A shift in culture. We're going to the right in culture. We're going to get rid of DEI. The shift in culture is going with these fucking haters
and racist people.
I don't care, man, John. It doesn't matter. It's you get sick of being called names. You get sick of being called the N-word because you have an opinion.
But here's the thing, too, John. You're not
switch the cam.
You're not sitting here saying it's wrong for Paul to say what he's saying.
Mm-mm.
You're pointing out that we're saying that you're all like that.
Right.
If you're not defending and saying, "Hey, Paul, you're a dumb fuck for saying that bullshit,"
right?
You are just like them.
Yeah, John, you're gonna come in and try to make us seem like we're bad guys. What, are we bad because we don't want to be called the N-word? We're horrible.
So
because
if you're not gonna say that Paul, what he was saying was dumb shit, and you're gonna tell us we're wrong for pointing out the dumb shit Paul was saying, you're just like him.
And that's all they ever do.
If you can't defend us when somebody is saying some dumb shit like that about us, you are part of the problem.
Anytime you go online and you talk to these people and you say, "Hey, I'm sick of the racism," like, go ahead, switch it. You got Captain America, people flipping out because Captain America black, and I go on there and say, "Why are people so racist?" And then they attack me.
and say you're racist because you're pointing out the fact that they're being racist about, oh, the character's color changed.
Right.
I don't want black characters.
Let me tell you something, Yiba Sarah, Yarata, whatever the hell your name is, bro. I've never in my life seen a Democrat come on my line and call me an N-word. No Democrats do that. None. Only Republicans. Only Trump voters think that they can come on my shit and call me a fucking N-word. That's who. No Democrats do that shit. None. No liberals. All Republicans. Why is it always them? They're the party of fucking hate. They're the party of the KKK. They're the party of the Proud Boys. They're the party of every hate group in America.
Yep.
That's why. I don't care. Yes, an individual just called me an N-word. An individual who I know voted for Trump, who I know is a Republican.
Right. He says, I'm an individual, not in a group of people. But you're not telling Paul what he's saying is fucking retarded. You're not saying, hey, Paul.
You yelling in my ear, man.
No,
please.
These are not dumb N-words.
Switch it
You're
over.
sitting here saying that we are the bad guys because we pointed out the fact that you are taking up for people like Paul. You're saying that it is okay for people like Paul to say what they are saying. You're not saying, hey, Paul, would you cut it out? Paul, would you stop it? Paul, they're not dumb. Paul, they're saying actually good advice. Okay.
I'm sick of this shit right here. The Democrats created would you please live in the 21st century, my brother? The Democrats created the KKK in the 1800s. We all know that the party's ideologies changed in the 1960s with LBJ. We all know that. Could you dumb idiots stop posting that shit? Stop posting it. The Democrats created the KKK because the party's ideology was totally different then. It's not the same. Who are the people that vote for the motherfuckers now? What party are the KKK in now?
Right.
What party? Who are they with? They're with Trump.
Mm-hmm.
They're with Trump. So stop bringing it up, please. Both parties are shit. Nah, man. One party put a black president up twice. One party is 99% white. Both parties do have bad things, but only one party is racist.
One of those parties wants to be inclusive and say that everybody has equal rights to everything, right? That includes LGBTQ people.
That's real.
That includes people who are of different colors and races and cultures.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sick of the both parties of shit, man.
I had somebody tell me that the reason why the black people are not Republican is because we're indoctrinated into it through birth.
No, it's because Republicans call us N-words. That's why.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be part of the party that's calling me an N-word.
Right.
That's saying that I'm a DEI hire. I don't want to be part of the party that's saying that I'm dumb as fuck because I got an education that's more than high school and you only got a high school education. Right. If not, you a high school dropout.
Who the fuck wants to be with that? Who wants to be with the people that's telling you, oh, you're a DEI hire? Like, how ignorant do you have to be with these people?
That tells you you're not qualified for the position that you have.
Like, tell them, come on, man. When you saying that Kamala and Obama, they aren't qualified and they're DEI hires, you're disrespecting the entire race by doing that.
Right.
You're telling me that my education means shit. You're telling me
that we went to school and paid student loans for.
Right.
That don't mean nothing.
That mean nothing. Only thing that means is that I was hired because I was black. That's what you're telling me. And this is that y'all party that's doing this and do it openly all the time. And then act like what?
Oh, I didn't do anything. That's not me. I'm an individual. That's not me.
I didn't say anything racist. It's not racist.
But you're not speaking out against the racist people that are in your party.
Fuck them.
You're not saying, hey, when the Democrats do something wrong in our party, what do? We kick them the fuck out. Kick them out.
DEI. Who gets DEI? What? No, DEI is for all people. Inclusion. It's for everyone to make sure that your race is not used for you not to get a job. I'm so tired of telling you motherfuckers this shit.
Switch.
Your Race cannot be used to make decisions on getting hired. Women, black people, all minorities are a part, and even white people are a part of the DEI. We're going to be inclusive. We're going to be diverse. Everyone gets a chance. That's all DEI is, man. I just wish you people would read it instead of just rolling with whatever your homeboy says. No, Biden says if you're not voting for me and you're voting for Trump, are you even black? And he was joking, but to me, he was right. Who is going to vote for the people who is yelling DEI every time they see a black person's face? How fucking ignorant can you be to vote for Republicans when they fucking hate you? They hate black people, and they prove it every time. Kamala is the unqualified. Exactly.
You just proved the
Proving
point.
it again. This girl has more education. She's been a lawyer. She's been a district attorney.
And I can guarantee you the person that said that probably only got a high school education.
And then you're going to tell us she is unqualified. And how is Trump qualified?
Trump has zero education for law.
None. I mean, I just don't get him, man. I don't get it. How people can say this lady ain't qualified when she was 10 times more qualified than Trump. Hillary Clinton was 10 times more qualified than Trump. All these people. I knew it's for all people. I was asking y'all. I'm all right. That was my answer. It's not just for black people. It's for all people, to be inclusive to everyone, to make sure everyone gets a chance. That's what DEI means.
A broader approach to creating an inclusive workplace than affirmative action. Affirmative action focuses on remedial measures to address past and current injustices, while DEI aims to create a culture belonging for everyone.
Everyone.
And I want to tell you something too. White women,
they
get the most.
Yes, they do.
They gain the most from affirmative action.
From affirmative action and from DEI. White women. So what did she run on? Name one policy. Well, I mean, I could name a couple policies that she ran on. Number one, she was running on lowering grocery prices by getting price gouging rules in place that would make these companies have to face laws if they gouge their prices. She also was running on
childcare, making sure that the American family, the average American family, could afford childcare.
Yes, most definitely.
Because right now, most Americans cannot afford childcare.
We cannot.
Why is childcare or daycare or preschool, Head Start, it costs $1,000 or more just to get a child in school, just to have them have daycare for the day, for you can go to work?
How is that not a policy, bro? How is that not a policy? She's running on lowering daycare,
lowering the prices of childcare.
She's running on
lowering the prices of our groceries.
Those are policies that she could have put in place.
The same things that Trump said he was going to do. I'm going to lower the prices of groceries. Then he turned around and said, oh, it's going to be too hard to do it. Right. I ain't going to do it.
How? She said that she was going to put in price gouging rules to lower.
There were going to be measures put in place. Laws.
I mean, I don't understand. What do you mean?
That is definitely a policy.
But I do like that you're asking how, when Trump has just been saying, I'm going to lower prices day one, and nobody has asked him fucking how one time. Why does everybody else have to come up with all this shit, but Trump don't have to come up with any fucking thing?
Trump had concepts of a plan. And he said it several times. I have concepts of a plan.
Don't even have a fucking plan, dog. And y'all ran with that shit. Dude told you I don't even have a plan, and y'all ran with that shit.
A policy is a detailed plan. What was Trump's detailed plan?
He doesn't have one.
What was Trump's policy that he ran on? Immigration? Deporting everybody?
Man, dog.
Because we already know that he said he's going to do an executive order on that. And they've already said, Homeland Security said, oh, we're going to do, on Tuesday, the day after Trump gets inaugurated, we're targeting Chicago to get rid of everybody.
So Kamala had a tax plan. She had child tax credits. That's how she was going to put this in place. The
child tax credit that was going to give you $6,000 extra every year.
She was going to do something about housing shortages. Harris says she'd address the nation's housing shortages with several initiatives. She promised to build 3 million affordable new homes and rentals by the end of her first term, offering tax breaks to builders who construct homes for the first time. home buyers. She also proposed a $40 billion fund to help governments find solutions to the low housing.
Immigration is not that
Stop.
important.
But you know what Trump did? He's not going to do anything about those things these is why we have a lot of homeless people right now. Put it on me, bro. This is the reason why we have homeless people right now, because it's a shortage
of homes,
of
affordable homes.
And she wants to provide Americans who have paid their rent on time for 2 years with up to $25,000 in down payment assistance
to buy
with more
home.
support for this first generation's homeowners. She was going to help people get into homes.
Those are policies, just so you know. Those
policies.
Are detailed policies for her plan that she was running on. Trump did none of that.
Also, Harris is trying to address the effects of inflation on lower and middle class Americans, an approach used by the Biden administration. She blames price gouging by food suppliers and grocery chains for high prices at the store and pledges to take on corporations with the first federal law against price gouging.
Something that's currently happening in California since they're experiencing these wildfires, when these landlords and homeowners, they want to price gouge their homes just so that way, oh, well, you need a home, you're affected by the fire. Now you got to pay me $5,000 for a three-bedroom house.
Switch it to her, bro.
That's price gouging.
Yeah, man, I agree, Tony M. DEI, look at Congress, mostly old white men. DEI is not helping.
At all.
It's not helping. She was in office and she did, and dude, Biden is ranked on me. He's ranked the 14th best president and Trump is ranked 49th. I don't know why she's yelling, bro. I'm trying to get her to stop yelling over here.
Because they ignorant and they don't understand shit.
But don't call her a cow, chump. But hey, she does need to stop yelling. But like I said, man, I think that they did a lot in office
because they can't do nothing but call names from behind a keyboard.
I think they've done a lot, and you know, the what they've done has helped keep inflation down. What happened after the pandemic, we was able to get back to normal. I think that we've done a lot of those things to come back to normal, man. And a lot of y'all have been saying, let's go Brandon since day one, because that's what Trump and them was yelling, and y'all just follow behind them. But we've had every year, every month since Biden has been in place, we've had improvements on jobs. I know inflation has been a problem because of COVID. They've been fighting, trying to do things to get that, putting things in place like the inflation laws that they put in place, and they've been trying to do things to get that going. I just wish that we paid attention to those things instead of just listening to the right. These people, Biden has done a lot, man, and I disagree with everybody who act like he hasn't. This is all about retaining power. Policies don't matter. They never did. Policies do matter, man. Policies matter a lot. You have to have policies, and the fact that Donald Trump was able to go in there and say I'm going to lower groceries prices on day one, did never tell you how. Right. At least Kamala was able to say, I'm going to do something about price gouging. This dude never even gave you ideas of what he's going to do. But then y'all looking at Kamala saying, hey, where's your ideas? But for some reason, Trump don't have to do that. Yep. He's held to a different standard, which is insane.
Look, I found this thing that compares their resumes to each other.
Biden just gave his a farewell address the other day. Trump will be in office on Monday. It's over. The people that are in office right now is Trump. His policies are starting to take place. They are starting to go. They are starting to ramp up immigrations already. They're starting to go and go into people's houses and arrest people. So they've done a lot. Again, Biden has lowered the price of insulin and medications. He has made it cheaper for people to get those medications. He's lowered the prices of people trying to go to school, forgiving school loans. He has kept this country on the line straight after COVID. We have had, I don't know how many months straight of plus of jobs. When Biden was in there, Biden has been able to get jobs going. Trump was losing jobs. Period.
All right. Here's a fact file for you. Kamala Harris went to Howard University, UC Law of San Francisco.
I agree with you, Tony M. What now?
Kamala Harris was a district attorney in San Francisco.
Yes.
She was California's attorney general.
Yes.
And a U.S. senator.
Mm-hmm.
She became the first woman and Black and Asian American to
be
serve as vice president
right.
after winning the election alongside Biden.
And Donald Trump ain't did none of those fucking things.
Donald Trump went to University of Pennsylvania. He's been in business for 52 years.
Right.
He's got 34 convictions.
Wow.
And after decades of real estate business and reality TV star, he became the first president with no military or political experience.
None.
To be elected.
None. Zero. No experience.
He was ousted in 2020.
None.
And during his so far brief post-presidency period, he has become the first former commander-in-chief to be charged and convicted as a felon.
Yep.
And that's what you voted for, a felon. But you want to go out there and get a felon? If you can't get a job, take it up with Trump.
Yeah, most papers.
Tell them to let you get a job since Trump was allowed to be elected as president as a convicted felon.
Yeah.
A convicted felon, the first.
I agree with you, Tony. I do think that Democrats care about policy, and I think they do care about the working class. I think that the Republicans demonize, switch the cameras, bro. Demonize regular people, and I think that's the reason why that a lot of people voted for him, because they'll rather blame somebody else than to think of reasons why this country is headed the direction it's going. Blaming immigrants is an easy one. Just blame immigrants. That's why they're not taking any jobs from you. Think outside the box.
Are you going to go out there and work the fields to pick the strawberries and the blueberries?
They are buying things. They are adding to the economy. Some of them have come illegally. You're right. And some of them should be taken back, especially if they're committing crimes. But to remove all these people is going to hurt the economy. It's going to hurt a lot. And you guys can do whatever you want. Blame the immigrants all you want. But after the first time he was separating families and sending people all over the place, we still were losing jobs.
Yep.
We still were in the red. We still were looking bad. And we still was almost near a recession. So it doesn't seem like getting rid of the immigrants is the problem the way to fix our problems in our economy. Blaming immigrants is not going to fix this. We need to have a reworkage of jobs, CEO pay, how much these companies are
they
making,
should not be making
the taxes for all these rich people.
One.
Those are the things that need to change to make it better for the person that's want to be middle class. We're going to get up out of here, though. We'll say this last one. And when Trump was in office, we were good out here. I bought my first. That was off of Obama's economy. Trump economy took about a couple years to start going in place, but his economy is the reason why we're in this shit right now. Biden took 4 years to try to get us back to a normal place.
He took 4 years to get us back to Obama's economy.
And we're not there. We're still in a bad place.
And you think Trump gonna come in and make it better? No, he's gonna make it worse.
Look at this racist shit. The immigrants are out here killing people and running over our people in DUI. Americans are doing that shit. I mean, for us to sit around and act like, oh, immigrants are doing this. Americans are doing it too.
Right.
People do dumb shit. And they sit around and just point the fingers at immigrants and blame all them. That's just racist, man.
The Republican Party is the party of immigrants are the cause for all the bad and violence that are going on in America. Not true.
2 wars when Biden got in. Yeah, Biden, he knew that the Hamas was going to go and attack a party in Israel. He knew that was going to happen. But hold on, wait.
Didn't this start when Trump moved the embassy?
That was part of it. He knew that Russia was going to attack Ukraine. Like, dog, those are not things that he can control. And when other countries. When Trump gets into office, he will see, just like he did last time, there's many things that happen that he can't control. There's wars, there's all type shit that starts because a president cannot keep other places from attacking each other.
Right.
He doesn't have that power.
He only has the say of what American soldiers are going to do.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all. Think outside the box, and everybody for speaking with us. But please do not bring any more racism to our page, man. I know y'all, you see a black face and you just gotta throw the N-word out there. But you gotta stop, man. Stop coming at us with that shit. The last one, I will bet no one can tell me what policies made the economy better for the middle class. What? No, they can't, bro. You're 100% Tony, right, Tony. They can't tell you because they know that nothing. He didn't pass anything for the middle class. He went in there and gave his rich homeboys tax cuts. That's all he did. He did not do anything for the middle class. Not one fucking thing. And all these people sitting around acting like they're gonna fucking get some cheap gas and some cheap groceries because things were cheap when he first got in office. They were cheap because COVID hadn't happened yet.
Right.
And the world hadn't fucking went to the part that we were at with COVID.
The world hadn't shut down.
Man, dog. I swear. I want to thank everybody for watching today, man. Please subscribe to the channel. Please follow us. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, please subscribe. Please share. We really appreciate everybody.
And if you want to follow us on, TikTok's going dark tomorrow. So
yeah.
Follow us on Fanbase.
You got Fanbase. And I think Blue Sky.
Fanbase and Blue Sky. That's where we'll be at.
So hit us up. Thanks, everybody. Peace.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.
Is Brad doing a show tomorrow?
I don't know. What's tomorrow? The 19th?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is.
Okay, so that'll mean 11:30.
Yeah, you will see Brad tomorrow. I think he'll be here.
So, and then you got to be at work at 5, right?
Yeah, I got to be.
All right, so I'll end up doing the 4 to 5 show.